Welcome back to Marilyn Monday.
We're shooting Bally's track, Spoon.
I'm going to tell you all the behind-the-scenes stories and what my directions were and funny little things that happened on the set. Oh, that's right, we filmed it on the birthday of Marilyn Monday. They made me look pretty bad, didn't they? They wanted to make me look, at one point they said, an older Marilyn, and I was like... Anyway, they could have chosen any Marilyn for this. It was filmed in Los Angeles, where most Marilyns are, let's face it. I was very honored to be selected until they said that they wanted her to look real bad, and then I thought, wow, they picked me. Oh, before this started, I was supposed to start at 7, and then they sent out a call sheet that said 6. So I left at, I think, 1:30 to make sure I'd get there in time. And it was already getting dark when I got there. And I went to Burbank. So it was like scummy. As soon as I got off the freeway, everything smelled like pot. Even with my vents closed in the car, I could not breathe. There was just trash everywhere. Oh, I couldn't believe the difference. I must be so spoiled living out here. It was just a real culture shock, even though that's where I've always lived. Oh, before I even left, I had everything in the car and my car wouldn't start. I had Mike Dude give me a jump. It was so stressful and I was so racked with anxiety because I had to work another gig the next day in Santa Barbara, and I was afraid that after the video shoot, which was supposed to end at 3 o'clock in the morning, I was afraid that my car wouldn't start again in Burbank at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I was terrified the whole time I was filming because I was afraid I wouldn't have time to jump my car or to wait for AAA. I had somewhere I had to be. Anyway, I was early, like I meant to be, so I had time to do my makeup fresh when I got there, and I changed in the car, which I've done a lot. I mean, anytime you do character work, you're going to change in your car. I was changing into a mermaid tail when I was 13 or something at the beach with people holding up towels to hide me. It usually worked. I got dressed in the car and then I realized that it was freezing cold outside. And I had those little rubber inserts, you know, that'll kind of hide when a girl gets cold. They're not sticky, so I thought, I'm going to glue them in so that they don't budge and they don't show during the filming. I had medical glue with me, which I use as a mermaid to hold the shells on sometimes when I'm swimming. So I use this medical glue to put the inserts in, like underwear, that you glue on. Friends, oh my gosh. I got glue all over the dress. I got glue. I was in the car and I put the glue on the insert and I reached in and put it in my shirt and it just squeezed out on all sides. It got all over my hands. It's medical glue. It's supposed to glue on things that don't come off. It's not water soluble. You can't just scrub it off. You can't rinse it off. I had a water bottle. It didn't do anything at all, but it got all over my dress. I tried to get it out. It was all right here, a little bit here. Guys, it was awful. I was so humiliated. And it was the dress that they asked me to wear, and I don't have 2 of that. I just hoped no one would notice, but then I went in. Everyone on that set was so friendly and approachable and kind and considerate, and they knew I was nervous about my car starting, so they immediately said someone would walk me to my car and make sure it started before I left, so I wouldn't be by myself in the dark. Well, the makeup girl, turns out, is incredible. She's the best makeup girl ever. She was so good at her job, and she was so cool. And I told her about my dress having glue on it, and she said, I don't think anyone can tell, and it's a ruched dress, so she kind of ruched it up so that it would kind of hide and break up the glue stains. She said, yeah, I think you're fine. She really set my mind at ease, and then I sat in her chair, and it turns out she was pretty much just there for me. I think she gave powder to the guys a couple times. She spent so much time and care and energy on my face, and she had done her homework, and she taught me a couple things that she had learned and noticed. I've been doing this for a very long time, so if you can teach me something about how to do my makeup for this, that's incredible. It's really remarkable. She did. And I've been better at this ever since. And we had so many conflicting things where they said, make her look really messed up. And they said, well, first make her look really good. And then we're going to mess her up. I didn't know what that meant. The makeup girl didn't know what that meant. What are you going to do to me? I was told to come down for a music video. All I knew was that I would be driving. And they used the term fever dream a bunch of times. That's all I knew when I agreed to do this. And I said, will Marilyn be represented in a positive light? Or is this going to be like making a joke out of her? Because I'm really particular about doing projects that make her look bad. The whole point of what I do is to inform on reality and protect legacy. And I did not want to be a part of tarnishing that. And they assured me that everything would be fine. And they told me when I arrived, and they saw that I was nervous about my car, but they said, are you nervous because it's a rap video? I don't know what that means, but that's what they said to me. And I said, oh, is it? Because I didn't even know what kind of music it was. I said, I'm worried my car's not going to start at 3 o'clock in the morning because I have to work tomorrow. And I was nervous that my dress was all stained. So they said, don't worry, just remember, you can do no wrong. And I said, okay, that sounds like a challenge to me. On the radio, they said, how much longer until Marilyn Manson is ready? The makeup girl said, Marilyn Monroe. And he goes, same thing. And I thought, wow, they really made me look tragic. Same thing. All right, so now you're all caught up. We're on the set. Here we go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.